A very good morning to all. Today, in the subject of cryptography and network security, we are going to discuss about the model of network security. So in this slide, I have depicted the model of network security diagram. So whenever a message need to be transferred from one party to the other party or from a sender to the receiver, I need some communication channel or I need a channel to connect between the sender and receiver. So this channel might be, for example, it might be an internet or any kind of network structure. So number one is to connect any two end parties or sender or receiver, I need a communication channel. Number two is I need some communication protocol to send my messages. It can be any type of communication protocol. It can be connection oriented or connectionless. TCP, IP or UDP, any type of communication protocol I can use to connect or to send or to share any information between the sender and the receiver. So whenever I depict or whenever I say about this is the model of network security or any kind of security related models must have two components. What are the two components is? Number one is a security related transformation on the internet to be sent. Second thing is some secret informations will be shared between two principals. When we talk about the first component, a security related transformations to be sent means, for example, we can say as the encryption of the messages. We will be using some encryption principles. This subject is about talking about how this encryption and decryption is taking place. What is the importance of encryption to take place in whenever I'm sending a message? What is the purpose of doing this encryption? Why don't we send a message as such in communication channel? Is we have some threats over in my communication channel. There is a possibility of some third party to get breached in my networks and might read or might steal my informations. So I always use some encryption methods. So what is this encryption of messages does is it scrambles the messages so that it becomes an unreadable component for the third party whoever breaches the security. And I can also add some codes along with my messages which can be used to verify the identity of the user to ensure authentication. Because whenever I say in internet n number of users will be there, I need to connect with some authorized person. I need to get some unauthorized information from a right person. So it is always there is a necessity to find out whether I am connecting with an authorized person or not. I am getting a message from an authorized person or not. So that is where this authentication plays a vital role. So I can also attach some code along with my message which can help me to verify whether the message has been received from the right person or not. So when I am talking about this is about the first component, that is the security related transformation. When I am talking about the second component, some secret information has to be shared between two components, two principals or two end parties. So an encryption key will be used along with this transformation to scramble the message before transmission or to unscramble the message after the reception. So scrambling or unscrambling is nothing but converting the messages into some unreadable form so that some other person who is not taking part in communication or who is a threat to my communication will not be able to read my message. Okay. So this is the main idea of this encryption. Okay, so I need some trusted party may be needed to achieve the secure transmissions. For example, the trusted party will be responsible for distributing the secret informations to the principals or the two end parties while keeping it from any components. Here the trusted party might be an arbitrator or distributor of secret informations. So this trusted party will take care of all these secure transmissions. So this is all about your model of your network security. Number one is I need two components or two end users to connect. If I need two end users to connect, I need some communication channel, and for that communication channel I need some communication protocol to set the rules to send my messages. So still my communication channel, there is a possibility of threat. So I am using some encryption methods and decryption methods and also some authentication procedures to ensure whether the message has been received from authorized person or whoever is communicating with me is an authorized person. And also I install some, I can install some third parties who will be acting as or who will be responsible for distributing the secret information. This is all about this model of network security. Okay, so based on this only we will be studying all kinds of algorithms in upcoming chapters. So next we are moving on to the types of encryption systems. We have two types of encryption system. Number one is symmetric encryption system. Another one is asymmetric encryption system. As the name says, symmetric, it uses only single key for encryption and decryption. The same key will be used for encryption and decryption, like a lock in our house. Okay, a physical lock in our house. We use the same key for locking as well as an unlocking. Okay, so this is a simple example for encryption. The same ideology has been used in symmetric encryption. I use a key for encryption. Similarly, in the receiver side, the same key will be used for decrypting to unscramble my message. This is what my symmetric encryption. Second one is, as I said, asymmetric encryption. As the name says, asymmetric, it uses different key for encrypting and decrypting. Here we will be talking about a concept of private key and then public key. So we will be using a different keys called private key and public key for encrypting and decrypting. Okay, a same key will not be used for encrypting and decrypting. A different key will be used for encryption in the sender side and a different key will be used for decryption in the receiver side to unscramble my messages. This is about asymmetric encryption. So this is the small diagram for symmetric encryption. So same key will be used for both encryption and decryption. What are all the algorithms we will be discussing in upcoming chapters in this particular subject under the symmetric encryption are? Number one is DES algorithm. Under DES algorithm, we have double DES, triple DES, and also advanced AES algorithm and RC4 and RC5. So these are the algorithms which follows symmetric encryption, which uses same key for both encrypting and decrypting. If you see about this asymmetric encryption, so as I said, here we will be talking about private key and public key. A public key will be utilized by sender to encrypt my message and the private key may be used by the receiver to decrypt my messages. What are the algorithms we are going to discuss in forthcoming chapters is we will be discussing about Diffie-Hellman algorithm, RSA algorithm, LGML and elliptic curve cryptography algorithm. These are some of the examples of asymmetric encryptions. So on the whole, in this particular lecture, we have discussed about what is the model of network security, what is the basic components of network security, and we have discussed about basic idea of two types of encryption, symmetric and asymmetric encryption. We will see about these algorithms in next upcoming lectures. Thank you.